Okay.
Alright. Yo.
Actually sebelum kita rekod ni, saya bersama Brandon ada sedang menemui ramah Tokek Tembikai Malaysia yang baru, iaitu saudara Adrie. Saudara Adrie, apa khabar? Welcome. Semua tengah sibuk bercerita tentang betapa mahalnya buah-buahan yang berada di Malaysia dijual sekarang. Dan diorang nak tanam pokok durian, tanam tembikai. Brandon dia nak tanam pokok cili. Jadi okay, like that lah. Nanti kita cerita sikit tentang buah-buahan tempatan. Tapi untuk kita mulakan, apa kata kita ucapkan selamat datang kepada Brandon. Ya, selamat datang. Okay. Brandon dia sedang berusaha untuk mendapatkan cili warna biru. So kita tunggu usaha dia. Dan we have Adrie the house. So
Mata aku makin sepit je.
mata kau bukan mata. Yes, something like that lah. And then we are supposed to have Rishi. Tetapi Rishi kita tak tahu dia dekat mana. Hopefully he join. Yeah, somewhere around there kan. Tapi kita tak nak kita tak tu. So hopefully he can join us soon. So this is episode 2 of season 22-23. And we have a few topics to discuss today. We'll start off with the post-game analysis versus Villa. So for question, Adrie, tengok ke tak tengok live? Macam tak tengok, aku dengar kau itu apa?
Villa second game ke first game?
Villa second game.
Oh,
Last week.
I saw that game from the after the watermelon thing. Yeah, betul.
After the watermelon thing. Okay, good. In that case, I'm going to ask you this question. What do you think about the game itself? But break it into first half and second half.
Okay, I think we conceded in the first half kan?
Yes, we did.
Yes, I'm right. So we did not play with a striker. We played Gordon as a striker. Later, Rondon came in. I think gave more balance. But first half tu macam, I remember Gray had a few pops. Gordon sekali maybe. But apart from that, they were off target.
Yes.
Satu je kot.
Yes.
So generally I think we were struggling because we did not have enough time to bet our players. Betting in time. Tarkowski tu dia baru lagi, and he was partnering with somebody Mina mana ada. Bukan dia tu first game dia play.
Yes.
Okay, so
Cody.
Oh, that Liverpool hello. Okay. So the two of them diorang masih belum serasi lagi lah. So they need some time to get into the groove. Kan?
Okay.
So in that sense, but it will be maintained. Aku suka. I mean, he basically of late he's been telling like Frank Lampard, you can put me anywhere, I'll still perform. You know, to a certain extent lah. Tak adalah superb gila, but consistent lah. I like it. And then siapa lagi yang main itu Gray macam off and on. Is
Patterson, how do you think about Patterson?
Who?
Patterson.
Semangat tinggi lah.
Dia macam aku tengok Patterson ni dia macam Gordon masa kita bagi first time dia main, nampak macam semangat kan. Tapi lepas tu kita dapati bahawa semangat tu tak membawa dia ke mana. Dia nampak semangat je lah.
So that one still I guess work in progress lah.
Work in progress.
And then Mikolenko look comfortable.
Okay.
Comfortable lah. Then the rest average lah.
Average.
I don't think we did enough to win the game.
That's why we lost.
Yeah, that's why we lost. It was we can feel it lah.
Aduh.
Second half it's a bit more stable. Yeah.
Okay. Aku bila interview Adrie ni macam interview Snoop Doggy Dogg. Dia macam dia tak tahu dia macam
Chill.
dia chill satu, dia macam high sikit kan. Dia macam dia macam terlebih sikit, dia sepatutnya dia dapat 2, dia hantar 3. So dia relax, dia cool. Okay, Brandon, so you were with me and a few of us during our first live meetup, live viewing at FNF. So
ada carries kan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you a bit about the location itself. FNF, what do you think about our new place?
Okay. Right. I mean, for now, it's one of the places we think we can really put a game there. Unfortunately, they had some Astro issues, but other than that, they fixed it. I think the sound system also really nice, so you really feel like there's an atmosphere down there once the thing got going, right? So I think it's probably a nice place to meet up with a lot of the flirts. Unfortunately, it's not 100% family friendly. So I mean, my son was there; he had a good time. But again, if you want to have halal food, that's not exactly the place to go to. So if you want to go there, eat first before coming over. But I think it's a very nice place to gather up. The seating is nice.
I like the corner. I like the corner there.
Very huge. You can see the whole place, right? And you have the sofas. It looks nice. But again, I think we still want to look around and see if we find a more family-friendly one where you can bring the kids and hang out like what we used to do. But saying that, I think it's still good enough atmosphere to what do you call it? Watch the game. So we're having another game coming up, and this time we are actually going to invite Forest fans over to view
this
with
weekend.
us. So we'll see what happens then. Yeah, this weekend.
So we are waiting for Adrie to join us this weekend at 10 p.m.
It's in SS15. It had a nice parking area. Actually, if you don't mind so much, it's like 100-meter walk. That's it. And then the thing is a lighted place, very good parking. It's only $2. 7 o'clock onwards is $2 per entry. So I mean, quite comfortable. You won't be worried. It's not dark.
Forest game hari apa?
If I'm mistaken, it's Sunday.
Sunday.
No, it's this weekend. This Saturday. It's this Saturday at 10 p.m.
Saturday, okay.
Saturday macam tak.
Biasalah, Adrie dia dengan buah-buahan dia. Okay, it's okay, never mind. Pada kita, Adrie ada ke tak ada, dia tak ada influence on the outcome of the matches anyway. So next question is no, because it's only 2 matches, but people are starting to ask questions about Lampard's tactical punya situation. So the question is, do you think he's still experimenting or dia degil? I think I mean when we talk about our gaffers, dia ada macam syndrome degil kan. So do you think Lampard is degil atau he's still just trying to mix things around, trying to find the best fit? Brandon.
I think it's a little bit of both. Number one, he has the thing, but we have new players coming in. For example, Onana, we just signed him. We didn't consider, if you don't count days, it's like few hours after he's been officially announced that he's playing the game. I mean, it's 24 hours plus now, but still he's already playing the game. So that means Lampard knows where he wants to position the players. He's okay in their ability. I think he waited a little bit long to bring in Onana, but he made a huge impact on the game. He put in Rondon early also, and that also made another impact. But I think he's still trying to get the confidence of the players to get that win. So that's why he's putting them in that position. So I think he's quite comfortable with them in the position. So right now we have to see whether it's going to come up with the first win and then see whether the thing goes from there. All right. Couple of players really stood out for me, but Gordon is one player who takes the ball, runs very strong, right? But he loses the ball and puts us in a defensive position after that. We have to run back to get it. So to me, maybe he's a little bit young. So I don't know whether Lampard is just going to continue keeping him as, trying to get him to get scoring the goals, and then maybe the flood will come in. We are just hoping.
Okay.
But I think without a recognized striker, it was going to be tough. I was at one point, I think my prediction of 1-1 looked very true. It looked very true, right? Until that the second goal went in, and I looked at and the goal went in quite well. So what can we do?
Okay.
We looked like we were going to snatch it in the last dying minutes. I think it had another 10 minutes more, probably we could have scored. We were looking like we were going forward.
Yeah. So talking about that, because that's when Onana and Rondon really blended into the team. Really everything changed after that. So the question I'm going to throw back to Adrie is that, what if we started with Onana and Rondon? What if, always like Everton, semua what if kan? So this question is sponsored by Kevin from Australia. So what if we started Onana and Rondon? Would it make any difference to
That
you?
game.
That game. Saturday. No. Villa.
Yeah. Probably Rondon could have scored even, I think, because he's a striker. You see, on off games, bukan off games, international away games, kan? Well, he goes off away from Goodison. He plays any given game. Dia main 2-3 game. 2 game dia akan score.
Yes.
And dia bukan score satu, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He's a proven striker lah. One thing, he's proven striker. He's not striking for us, but he's a proven striker in many games. Like international game, he's striking.
It's like a hat trick. Tak kisahlah lawan siapa pun.
But he score lah.
He knows when
to get in position, right?
When you play football,
agree.
Kan? You main je striker, you know where the goal, memang you akan score punya.
Okay. So with that in mind, bodoh tak kalau Lampard tak start talk about first thing first, Rondon against Forest. Katalah you tengok line up, tiba-tiba tak nampak nama Rondon ke situ. Bodoh tak Lampard? Tanya je soalan ni. I have to ask this question.
Yeah, I mean bodoh lah, tapi at the same time dia memang tak suka Rondon. So
ada pula main suka tak suka. Ini macam susah lah bang. So Brandon, what do you think? Bodoh ke something else? I don't know.
Yeah, he'll look a little bit like a fool if he doesn't put in, because Rondon was showing that he could have produced something at the dying stages, right? Put him in. Yeah, sub him out if you have to, right? Sub him with Gordon, but start him off. Let him have enough time to be able to get down to it and probably show what he has. But don't put him in so much of a foul position where it's a long ball to him. It's not going to happen. He is very good at holding the ball, but he has to push it forward so that he can run around the defense, and then they push back to him, then he scores. That's how he scores in international. When he gets the ball, if it's directed to him, he pushes it off to somebody else, and when the thing comes back, he scores. They need to be able to look at how he plays in international and see if he can figure out the working like that, so that he got chances to score, rather than just pumping in a ball and hoping he handles it.
Okay, all right. So,
but against Forest, it's going to be tough. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So talking about the other lanky fella lah. He's not only lanky, he's actually a big guy. Bila kita tengok dalam TV in terms of proportionate to the other players, he's not only tall, he's huge. So question to Adrie.
Dia macam dia macam Mina tau, tapi slender. Dia bukan besar gila tau, but he's that size.
Tak tahu lah,
he's going to provide.
Dia besar lah. Imagine kalau kita
main
bawah floodlight lah. Kau masa kau kerja dia, kau boleh nampak bayang dia, kau faham tak? Aku tak tahu lah ngeri ke tak. So question to Adrie is, do you like what you see? I mean, he was playing for like maybe less than 20 minutes, but do you like what you you saw in that short time period of time, Onana?
Yes. Before he came kan, when it was announced that we're looking where dia turn down West Ham tu, aku immediately tengok dia punya reel lah. And when I watched the reel, I could not stop. I was reel after reel after reel tau. And I like what I saw when he was playing for whatever club that was. Tak ingat dah. But then true to what I saw when he played, he came in, yalah, he lost the ball and conceded the goal. Terkejut kan, first time dah penat, dah sampai sehari, you know.
betul.
But immediately macam he showed that character, I mean,
Yes,
which I like, in the hearts on sleeve, you know. You know, whatever we do, it has to be like that. So I believe in that kind of ethos lah.
Betul. I like his facial expression bila dia kita tak score. You know, he was already really part of the team lah. I mean, he really felt it lah, you know. So I like that part lah. So Brandon suka Onana?
Tapi Asha, suka sangat. Really like his presence on the field, and he really imposed himself lah. That means you see he's up front, he's the one providing the cross across throughout the box, and the thing is, people arriving have to make use of that. Iwobi was at the end, but Dinia was in front, on goal. If not, Iwobi gets that goal. But again, it's not only Onana from what I'm looking at. Every player that Lampard has got in, as we have signed, I'm not saying Lampard has got in, we have signed this season, on the field they have shown. Right? We have Tarkowski really leading the team. Cody really held the back, right? Mikolenko did his job. Onana did his job. The only things that we don't see really showing the thing, even though they have a lot of reels, other players like Delhi, all this, and even Gray, they didn't show what they could have done. All right, but these guys are from the past one. From the past managers.
Wait. Okay, somebody needs to be sold.
But we'll come to that.
Yeah. So,
but right now, what I see is that the players we've brought in this season are really showing it on the field. And we don't wait like, the guy is injured. Wait for another 5 weeks before we see his first game, you know. He's signed, he's got a game. Tarkowski came in, he's got a game, you know. Lampard is showing that he make decisions, he put the people in, and it's paying off.
Okay. Alright. Okay. So, mandakan Adrie dah pergi buka mulut dia, kita kena jual player. So Gordon lah, the latest Gordon. So biasalah kan, bila drama ni banyak cerita. Okay, putting that aside, 45 million. Imagine somebody, I'm willing to pay 45 million pounds for Gordon. Why the hell aren't we selling him? Question, Adrie. What do you think? Patut ke tak patut jual dia?
Okay. Dia fan. And he has talent. He can play football. The kid can play football. And that potential, I think, is clear for Lampard. That's why we are not selling. Well, apa sekarang ni it hangs in a balance. And from today's round of news, biasalah kita tengok all this news kan. Semalam macam dia nak pergi sangat.
Macam dah confirm lah.
Dia dah confirm. Then today, our Romano Fabrizio pun cakap probably dia akan pergi tahun depan. And all the stars, all our ex-players are coming out to advise him that, why are you going to Chelsea? Chelsea bukannya power pun. Kan? Tak, you think about it. Dia lawan kita yang tak ada striker and they can only manage 1-0.
Yeah.
Itu pun macam
penalty.
Itu pun penalty.
Okay.
Look at our boys at the back. macam saya cakap lah, it's very solid semua. So dia Lampard is trying to build around Gordon. Kalau tak sengajanya dapat nombor 3, nombor 2 tahun ni, he's not gonna leave lah.
That was a different story lah.
Different story lah.
Okay, alright. So Brandon, what do you think? First of all, do you even rate him at 45 million? Question. No, because I think Chelsea is buying him like what you say lah. Dia letaknya harga dia yang future, you know. There is an investment rather than his actual.
He is an investment.
Yeah.
It's like when they bought Barkley, right? They don't know really whether they're going to put him in. Barkley when then he wasn't featured really strongly at the start. All right, but he was a goal scorer. No, Gordon is not. No, and Barkley was actually a creative midfield at the time. So Gordon, I feel that we are playing him slightly to the side. But I think because Lampard has featured him in many games as the starting 11. That's why people are taking the interest. If Lampard hadn't done that and put other people in front, I don't think they'll be looking for him also. Not at the moment, because he has not shown any goals. All right, he doesn't have a really good record of many goals.
Slightly differ a bit lah. When last season, when we are like down and out, almost down and out, was one player who turned up every single game, who like macam Onana tadi, played his wits out every single game, and that's Gordon.
Richarlison. I feel Richarlison, but putting two of them, Richarlison and Gordon, you see the impact. But when Gordon now is down there and you have Gray behind, which cannot do what Richarlison was doing, running and chasing and gila getting the ball, Gordon is left exposed. So that's what I see. So unfortunately, that's the thing. So whether Lampard, if you don't sell him, don't feature him up front. Put him as a sub first, all right? Because he needs to grow that game presence. But put somebody who can score first, which I probably think is Rondon, which is what you said.
Aku ingat Brandon nak cakap grow those melons or whatever. Okay, never mind. Yeah, very close. Okay. You're like, no, I guess if I was the mediator kind of person, both of you have valid points to a certain extent. You have Dodon, okay.
Tangan kau tu kenapa?
Melons. Aku sengaja. No, actually Adrie aja yang nampak. Orang lain pun tak nampak. Okay, never mind. It's okay, never mind. So coming back, I guess it's true. It's true. At the end of the day, kita tengok macam mana the team is we hopefully we have at least another 1 or 2 players coming in, and hopefully those are strikers. I tak tahu mana datang duit kita beli orang ni semua. Even though we are not spending much, we are still spending. Hopefully we need more strikers. Okay. Now talking about the next match against Forest this Saturday, 10 PM, we are still going to meet up at kita tunggu. Finally. Tunggu. Okay, kita sabar menanti. Kita tunggu soalan ni kita tunggu. Yes.
Rishi, welcome.
Welcome, Rishi. Okay, untuk okay.
How are you, man?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Kepada penonton-penonton yang berada di luar sekarang, ini merupakan Rishi Kumar yang berada di Pulau Pinang selesai menjalankan tanggungjawabnya sebagai seorang ayah. How are you, Daddy Rishi? Alamak, Rishi dia hang ke, dia senyum seorang-seorang kat situ ke apa kata? Is it me or him?
He's fine. It's you lah.
Oh, it's me. I think my line is
His line is nice.
Okay, never mind.
Like we can't hear him clearly.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's okay. Let's proceed. So this is the last part already. We're going to talk about the match against Forest, which we are going to have a live viewing, meet up at Flame and Frost, right? Flame and Frost in SS15.
Frost and Flame.
Frost and Flame. Okay, Frost and Flame. Biru dulu, biru and merah dulu. Okay, so let's talk about our chances against Forest. Forest, as usual, new kids on the block. It's not so new lah, but it's been a while, so I can consider them new kids on the block. They have something to prove. As usual, Everton, we are ready to F it up. So let's talk to Rishi. What do you think about our chances after our last two matches? Quite close lah. The first was very close. The second one, the last 10 minutes, we actually, if we played the last 10 minutes, consistently like that, we could have got something out of it. So against Forest, what do you think at home?
But then football 90 minutes game, it's not a 10 minutes game.
Yeah.
And actually, to be honest, the first two games, I think we played quite well. It's just that results don't go our way. So hoping that against Forest, I think the last game they won against West Ham, right?
Forest. All the teams.
Yeah, and that game actually they played quite well. So I'm hoping that we can actually get something out of this game. But then it's not going to be an easy one. It's not going to be an easy one because their pressing is quite high. I'm hoping that it will be a win and it will kickstart our season onwards.
Okay. Wow.
But it will
be very strong. Very strong. Dia masuk-masuk dia terus. So Adri, your thoughts against Forest?
Tough.
Tough. Okay.
We don't have a striker.
Ada Rondon.
If Rondon starts, maybe higher chance of winning. But still tough. Sebab Forest is good, macam Rishi cakap. And I will not bash the team yet because I know maybe 5 or 7 games down the line, then I will start to evaluate the team. Sekarang tak boleh.
Last season you bagi 10. This season you bagi 5, 6, 7. Okay. Alright. Okay. Aku remember last season you gave 10. Okay, no problem.
And I was right.
True. So true. But I think the feelings are, even though kita kalah, but it's not doom and gloom, for the supporters. It's that we still feel there's hope. And then this season, with the players. So Brandon, can you just talk a bit about that feeling?
Well, let's talk about last season feeling first, to be able to see this feeling. Last season is when they play and they let go 1 goal, they huncho for the next 3 goals. It's just you are waiting for the next 3 goals to enter because they just crumbled, They couldn't come back for the thing, except for the last probably 3 or 4 games at the back where they started to show that they can actually try and hold. That's the thing. So it was really like, oh my God, 1 in, that's it. We are going down. But if you look at the first 2 games, our defense is considered quite solid. Chelsea could not penetrate, right? They were trying. Pickford did his best, but we also have considered people who are fitting their positions. At one time when Mina was out, we like, okay, Mina gone case lah. But Holgate, if you have looked at Holgate's game, he has also changed it around. Right? He was last man for a couple of shots in the Aston Villa game. So which for me is a proving point that I think Lampard is trying to change a lot of players' mindsets. And he has started performing already. So I think our defense is going to be quite good. And looking forward, I think going forward is okay. Now, against Nottingham Forest, right? When you say no kids on the block, it's actually quite a fact because they have signed hell of a lot of new signings in this window. It's crazy. It's like almost half the team is like changed, So we don't know. It's really a question mark team. Right? If they start with the signings with the players they had in the championship, we might not see good results. But now they have brought in players that they feel got quality. If the thing can fit with the team, we are in trouble. But as far as we can, I think Lampard has done a good thing in strengthening up the defense so that we got chance to go forward.
Okay.
If you don't strengthen the defense, all your forwards are defending,
Okay.
Which was what we were doing last time. So now give us a chance. So again, with Rondon, with with Gordon, with whoever else, if we get the play correct, I think we'll pose a threat to them.
Okay.
I think we have a good chance,
All
fighting
right.
chance.
So we have about 2 minutes left, 30 seconds each. Rishi Kumar, your prediction this Saturday against Forest?
3-0.
To us.
3-0 to us. Yes.
Just to confirm. Okay, all right. Okay. 3-0 lah. Clean sheet semua. Oh, tengok Adri mata dah terbeliak tu. Okay. Okay. Okay, Adri.
1-1.
1-1.
Wow.
Okay. I have to ask this question. Who will score first?
Tom Davies own goal.
We need to sell him.
You really hate the guy, right? I nak tunggu you cakap pasal dia je. I hope we don't start him lah. Put it this way and then we sell him off lah later lah. Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, so that means Forest will score first lah against us. Brandon, your prediction?
2-1.
2-1 to
2-1.
us. 2-1 to us.
Yes, to us.
Okay.
We'll win, but it'll be 2-1.
Okay.
And I predict that Onana will be having a hand in one of the goals.
All right. So that means it's going to be a penalty.
No.
Handball. No, okay.
No.
Okay. So for me, it's going to be, I don't know whether it's going to be 3-0 or 3-1, but I think we're going to score 3 goals. I think kita dah lama tak tahan tu kan, you know, it's like what you say against Chelsea against us. It was very hard to penetrate against us, but once they penetrated, berdarah kita berdarah. So hopefully there's no penetration this weekend,
Sanggup lah. Still
Okay.
got time to do that lah.
Okay, to that end, Rishi, glad you can able to join us. Maybe.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Sorry again.
It's okay, no problem.